out for a bit. Hello, hello. Welcome to Just Going Out for a Bit. Okay. We're not going car camping tonight. Nope, no. This is something a little bit different. Going out, picking up a friend, colleague, subscriber, and I'm taking him out for his first ever wild camp. Should be good tonight. No, weather's good, maybe a bit of rain, but we've got all the bases covered, you know. So join me and join my friend, and we'll sort of see how we get on. Okay, catch you in a bit. Bye. Here we are, all good. Take a nice look behind. We shall call this Frenchman's Wood, and that's where I'm going to be tonight with my novice wild camper who's not done this before. But what we have to is a double Dutch episode. We've got the Dutch hoop bivy and we have the Dutch canvas tent, so put it up side by side and we can sort of see the differences behind them and everything else, and basically sit back, have a lovely night. The sun's slowly going down, the weather's going to be good. I don't think it's going to rain, but I've got flies to make sure it does, if it does, and it's all going to be good. So stand by and watch me assemble the Dutch hoop bivy first of all, because there's a few things which I've read, I've seen what people do, and yeah, if you want one, we'll go for the odds and sods and make sure. Okay, Dukes. Bye. Good evening. Okay, right. The first sort of thing we're going to show you is this thing, which I have used and I do love, and it is the Dutch hoop bivy. It gives you a low profile. It's very light. In fact, as I'm on the ball today, if you can see, 1 kilogram. They range from about £50 upwards, depending on condition, all that sort of stuff. But they are a doddle to put up. They're a pleasure to put up and to sleep in. So, extra sort of stuff which I've got. This is just a cover sack, and I've got inside the bendy poles, okay, and some pegs. When it comes, the Dutch provide not a lot else. There's no specific sack for it at all. There we go. What I've done to mine, I've got the cover to go under, waterproof cover. Separate, but hey, like we're dressed up today with good old DPM. It's a Gore-Tex style construction, and I further waterproofed it and made it all good. So, right, let me just get going and we'll set up just over there. So all it is, stops you off getting really wet. Just the top bottom. We'll lay this out. You're guaranteed the next stage. Ooh. Now it's not immediately obvious, but you've got straps on the bottom, and it wasn't until a Wiltshire man and that excellent YouTuber described what to do that I thought, bingo, that's what we need to do. So I thought follow his advice. It is your bog standard UK military spec foam mattress, underlayer as you can call it. It's been this way for a long while, so give me a little bit of time to unravel it, put it in place. Once that's in place, flip it over, and we're in. We are in. Okay, right, easy phase. You just peg down the bottom down there, take the top. There you go, nearly there. And literally throw these things together. Now these things just go through the top, through the loops, onto the just down here. I've attached the line at the back, just to drag it a little bit back, give it some tension. And again. And that essentially is the setup.
Fatal mistake. I left all 8 beers on the back seat of my car. But we've still got wine and mead.
That's more than sufficient.
So we have adequate.
Right. Now we've got it all pegged out. This is where the bivvy bit comes into it. So you've got a bit of a mattress underneath. You can put your mattress on there, sleeping bag on there. There's enough space there for your head. And also, this one's built in with a mosquito net, so if you're feeling particularly hot, you can just attach the net and you've got stuff to breathe with. So that's that. I think it's time now to introduce my guest for the night, my novice wild camper. Right, I'll get his views on this. This is Duncan. Say hello, Duncan.
How you doing? Nice to meet you all.
Right, so Duncan, what do you think of your accommodation for the night?
It certainly looks 5-star. Yeah, I think it's got potential. I'm liking the fact you've got room for your head. Especially me, I've got quite a big Swede.
Oh, all those brains. You're not here for good looks, you know.
Well, yeah, it's nice to say. Yeah, no, it looks good. It looks good. Fully waterproof. And then does the ground sheet come as part of the kit? Or
No, I've added that myself.
And what about the thing underneath? The roll mat, is that part of the...
It's not part of it, but I've seen it on other people's videos. They got bespoke straps on the back, which you're supposed to slide it under.
Okay.
There's no point having a roll mat inside, because that means the bivvy could just get wet.
Yeah.
So you don't really need to have the tarpaulin waterproof sort of stuff, but it's just as an added bonus.
Yeah, I suppose, isn't it? Just keeps moisture off you a little bit, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, that's good. You've got a nice big zip down the side. Yeah. I'm liking the look of this. I think it's got potential. I think it'll be perfectly adequate in these mild British climates for having It's mild October. It's fully waterproof as well. Fingers crossed we won't have to test that, eh?
No, you'll be fine. Okay.
Yeah, good.
What suit yourself, but getting your sleeping bag out and all that
Yeah,
sort
yeah,
of
I'll
stuff.
put all that in. I've got.
You said you got a blow up thing as well.
Oh yeah, I've got a blow up, like a mattress. You know, very thin thing, self-inflating thing to go in the bottom, just for a bit of extra comfort. Really.
Okay.
So I'll get that in. I've got 2 sleeping bags, not because I'm a bit of a, you know, lightweight, wild camper, but just in case.
And also, one sleeping bag could suffice for a pillow.
Well, indeed. Well,
It's forward thinking.
I've gone a bit past the wild thing. I've got a blow up pillow. Am I allowed that?
You are allowed it because I've also provided you with a pillow as well.
Very good. Oh, I'm glad about that.
Okay.
Yeah, so yeah, we're all ready to rock and roll, mate.
All right. Okay. Well, while I sort of set up my part, just
Yeah.
get yourself going, and we can
Yeah,
then
cool.
think about
All right.
sustenance.
Lovely.
Do you like a bit of sustenance now and again?
Well, I'm going to cook it just as a thank you for inviting me along to your wild camping escapades. I'm going to cook you up a gastronomic delight tonight, mate. So Gordon Ramsay, Gino, James Martin, watch this space.
Duncan in the woods.
Well, mate, it's going to be a delight. Put it that way.
Yeah. And we've. I'll never give away the location of these woods at
Yeah.
all, but I've named them Frenchman's Woods.
There we go.
There we
There
go.
we go. And the best foraging as well
Yes.
out of my rucksack.
The best foraging. I hope it's Fortnum & Mason's.
Well, I won't name the supermarket. It's British.
It's British.
It's British, yeah.
Happy Shopper.
No.
Sainsbury's.
We've gone with Lidl.
Yes. Yeah. Good. Good old German.
Yeah.
Yes, I like a bit of German.
Yeah. Some good sirloin steaks tonight.
Excellent.
Got a nice bottle of Stellenbosch,
Oh,
and we've got some lovely Lime Bay traditional mead, which we'll enjoy.
mead. Yes. That's it. That's it. Right, next we have got the Dutch Army tent. Piece. Not everyone's liking because it's a bit far heavier. I think it weighs in about 2 and a bit kilograms. But it's about £35 to buy. You can get it in DPM colour, or you can get it in Desert Storm colour, which I've got. Good for a beach. Anyway, they are very easy to put up, even easier than the Dutch hooped. But the proof of the pudding is in the eating and the doing. So stand by. The pegs they provide. And something the Victorians would be proud of. In the corner of everything, you've got some little rubber loops. That's what I sort of show you. There you go. Just these things here. It's a rubberized ground sheet, you know, that opens front and back, and it's as simple as does that, really. So I'll just do the rest and just get it up pronto. 2 sets of poles. Both with plastic ends. Very quick, very quick. Right, we'll just fiddle around with a few things and we'll be done. Hello. Right. It's now 11 o'clock in my Dutch army tent. I've got oodles of space in here. Oodles of space indeed. It got rather dark quite quickly. Oops, where we were. So couldn't do a lot of filming, you know, by the time we set up, had something to eat and all that sort of stuff. But it was very good, very good. We used a off the ground barbecue thing to cook our food, and then we decided to ground the fire with some support around it, and it's all controlled, all good. So me and Dunks had a good night. I had a superb steak meal with red wine and mead, just the sort of thing really needed. And he's now ensconced at his Dutch hooped bivvy. He wanted to sleep in a bivvy every night, and he's got the bivvy experience. So that's that. So I hope you can see the merits in this sort of thing. It's going to be heavy. If you're here for a few nights or so, it's really good. It's really spacious, you know. So I bid you farewell for the night. Sweet dreams to you all, and I Hope I get lots of Zs. So, see you in the morning and bit of breakfast. You can see the camp and see Duncan's views of his hoop bivvy, and it should all be tickety boo. Right, good night to you all. Morning all. Well, survived the night. Beautiful night. Lots of moonbeams coming through everything else. So we've just got the fire going, got the kelly kettle going, and breakfast is awaiting. I'll put this down here. We can sort of see what we're doing. Okay. Cheers, Dunk.
Cheers, mate. No problem at all. Good bacon sandwich.
Beautiful bacon sandwich, coffee. Yours is on the way.
Yeah, I see the kelly kettle firing into action. That is a great bit of kit, isn't it?
Mm.
Yeah, very impressive.
For someone like this.
Oh, it's ideal because you can have that going and your fire. We've just cooked the bacon, and you've got two things going at once. And of course, you don't need a great amount of heat to get that going, do you?
No. Ironically, the more windier it is, the better it works.
Oh, okay.
There you go.
Get in there.
Starting to boil. How was your night? In the bivvy bag? The Dutch hoop bivvy?
It was. Do you know what? If I was out doing something, whether it's hiking or if that was a military thing, you'd be happy to get in that.
Mm-hmm.
It was warm, zipped up. I tried the mesh vent, the little pullover vent.
Yeah.
That was good, get a bit of fresh air in, but it got quite cold in the night, so I took it off and just zipped it closed fully. And actually, it was all right. There's not a lot of room to move, but it is what it is. It's a waterproof.
So you found it a little bit claustrophobic?
I mean, I'm not claustrophobic, but it is quite enclosed.
Mm-hmm.
My only criticism of it is the one pole, the hoop, that goes over kind of like your head area. It's quite small, and it's right in your face. Big guy like me.
I think. Yeah, that's quite an original design.
Yeah.
Over the time you've got, I think the gear top hoop bivvy has got two hoops.
Yeah.
It's a little bit bigger as well. So.
Yeah. I mean, but do you know what? I'd certainly give it a 7 out of 10.
There you go.
Really good bit of kit. Really good. And great. You've got that zip down the side. Get out. If you need to go and visit a tree quickly in the night, which I did.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was great. Yeah, great. Really good. Really good. How were you in yours? Happy with it?
Yep. Like I said, it's going to be weighty, but you've got tons of room in there.
Yeah.
I was able to get in there at 11 o'clock at night, blow up the bed, retrieve the sleeping bag from the top of the shelter, put it all in, and it's just like you claustrophobic. I've got stuff I can sit up and I did a little recording of me sort of saying,
okay.
night.
Yeah. Oh, good effort.
But
Yeah, it looks good.
I like it.
Looks good. So how much does that weigh? Did you say it's weighty?
Yeah, I think memory serves me. I'll have to weigh it again, but about 2 or 3 kilograms. Well, yours is just a kilogram.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then you've got 3 times the amount of stuff, to make your shelter, haven't you? So.
And I suppose if it was horrendous weather, I could put all my kit in there.
Yeah.
And sleep, and it'll all be hunky dory. Well.
Yeah, you've got to risk maybe getting some stuff wet. Although I did put my shoes down the side because I thought if it does rain, I don't want wet shoes. But yeah, they've got the pros and cons, haven't they, both of
And
them?
you saw the full moon and the dappled black and white.
Yeah, that was a really surreal, beautiful thing that happened. So about 2:30 this morning.
Yeah.
The full moon was over here and it was coming through, but where the wind was blowing the trees, the light was moving,
and it was like it was like there was many moons all
Yeah.
over them. It was really weird, but it was great. It was great. It was nice to kind of stand here 2:30 in the morning and just listen to the wildlife and the animals and the owl. Did you hear the owl?
Yes. Yep. Yeah, I heard the owl again, and again, and again.
Yeah. But it's good to be amongst nature.
It is good. It's just good to be out, full stop, isn't it?
Yeah, it's good fun. It's good fun.
Good for your head.
It is. Well, we had that chat last night, didn't we?
Yeah.
About being in a good space, and I think these days, mental health awareness, it's a widely talked about. There's no kind of stigma attached to it now.
No.
At least there shouldn't be. And actually, you know, I've not suffered badly with mental health, as we were saying last night, but I've had things to deal with, and
Yeah.
this is just a great way.
It's almost like a mini digital detox as well, because you've got no real signal. You can make a phone call, but you can't.
Yeah, I mean, I've got my.
You can't look at TikTok.
No.
Like a lot of youngsters do. They're talking to you, but they're
Yeah. No, this is great. It's away from everything. I mean, we haven't seen a person since we rocked up here about 4 or 5 o'clock yesterday.
No.
I haven't seen a single person, heard a single car, a siren, or anything. It's lovely, and it's just great to get away from it. You know, if you were on your own, if you're happy with your own company, then yeah, this is just a good natural cleansing of the head.
well, like we sort of said yesterday. For the first couple of times when you go on your own, it is a bit. Ooh, it's nice. The dawn's coming through. Yeah, on the floor. It's a bit weird on the first couple of times because you're thinking, but you get to thinking, you know what? No harm is gonna befuddle you, is it?
Yeah, there's no Texas Chainsaw Massacre around the corner, or
No, that's all in there.
yeah, Jason with his many knives or whatever. No, it's good. Like you say, it's only up in your head. I see what you mean about that dawn coming through just behind the camera here.
Oh shit! That wasn't good.
The light coming through there. Oh, it's magical, that. And this is free. This is free.
Oh, one cup of coffee.
Lovely, lovely, lovely. Right, let me get a stirrer for my patriotic cup of treats. Yeah, it's been great, mate. Been great.
It is. Look at that, how fast.
Yeah, that's lovely. That the way it's coming through the trees like that. Do you want to stir?
No, I've given it a wiggle.
So what's next on the agenda for just going out? You got the next bit of kit coming up? Can we have a teaser?
Well, I've done my Belgian camouflage thing, dome tent. But this is the perfect environment. When these trees here are still green, but there's some places where you've got all the reds and the browns and all that sort of stuff, and the golds, and yeah, I need to do one more of those in the autumn to give it the best sort of shot of all. Pardon me. I've also got a paraffin cooker,
Okay.
and we are talking strictly old tech here as well. And you can pick up these things off eBay, not eBay. Oh yeah, eBay, Wish.com, even Amazon, £15. And the paraffin kerosene costs £12 for a big sort of thing, but it lasts forever.
Wow. Okay.
You know, so if you had a little base camp sort of stuff,
Yeah.
or you went camping and had it all in your car,
Yeah.
you know, and you're not carrying it around in a rucksack so much. Perfect.
Oh, that sounds
And it
pretty
works.
good.
It works on a little wick, about 8 wicks,
Yeah.
you know, and you can turn it up and down with the sort of stuff. So it's
Okay. That's
all
proper old school.
proper low
I tell you what that reminds me of. That reminds me of my grandfather when I was young. Had a big greenhouse in his garden.
Yeah.
And he had these little paraffin heaters that, you know, stand up. They're quite tall, probably about the size of this tree stump. He'd have a pot of paraffin at the bottom and a wick, and he'd put it on to keep the fuchsias and the geraniums warm over winter. And
Yep.
sounds exactly like that.
Yeah, it is. It is. It's.
But something you can cook on, obviously. What's that?
I saw a weird sort of silhouette from the sunlight. It's not.
Oh, that'll be good. I shall look out for that. And of course, the bivvy for I meant to say for International Bivvy Day.
Yep. That's what this is now today.
Mm.
So one of those things where I saw on Facebook and I thought, oh yeah, but we're doing it anyway.
Yeah, that was good.
It wasn't a call to arms, so to say, but it was just one of those things. And you gave me a call and said, I want to go out under the stars under a bivvy. So I thought, okay,
get me under the stars.
I've got just the thing.
That was
just
good.
the thing.
I like that. I like that. But we were saying earlier this morning about, in terms of comfort, I might give it a shot just in my local woods, where I live. The hammock, because I've seen you do that with you, and you had your sniper bag.
Yep.
Get in the hammock with the basher over the top. I reckon that could be quite. I mean, hammocks are lovely. I've got one at
Duncan,
the garden in the summer.
Duncan, I'm going to make your day.
Go on.
I have got in the back of the car a 199 Aldi hammock, double hammock.
Double. What are we going to?
No, but that's the same size. If you have a normal size hammock, you need to. The double hammer you can wrap around yourself.
Yeah.
And on my video with the Austrian sniper bag, that's what I used.
Oh, okay.
You know, we're talking
$1.99.
$1.99, and I bought it the other day, and you may as well have it.
Oh, I'll give it a go for you. I could film myself and I could send it to you, tell you how good it is.
But but people are quite happy to spend hundreds of pounds on hammocks and crazy prices.
Yeah.
I've got hammocks which are crazy.
Yeah, well, the one I've got at home is it's got a frame that you connect it up either end. It's all colourful and nice, lovely in the summer. Get in that, just rock yourself to sleep in the afternoon. Have a little, what I call, nana nap, or a dada doze in my case.
Dada doze, I like that.
Have a little dada doze, just to take the edge off. You're a pudding hour. Yeah, I remember that in a previous job. Always used to get that. Have lunch, sit down, especially when it was cold. You'd come into the canteen and just nod off. Just 10 minutes, take the edge off. It's all you need.
Yeah, and power naps. They're a thing.
Do we want to stoke this fire up, or are we gonna?
We're gonna let it go. Let it go down now, and make sure that there's no embers, and make sure almost. They almost leave no trace, and that's the cardinal rule about coming to something like this. You don't leave anything around.
Yeah, I was going to say. I mean, we've got our bag of rubbish here, and like you say, you've got to put. I mean, what I will say, this was here. The stones were piled up when we got here.
Yeah.
But like you say, it's important to. I mean, it's not so bad now because it's damp, so it wouldn't go up too easily. But like you say, you've got to be safe, haven't you, if you're doing it.
Hence the reason why I bought the.
Well, I was going to say, did you want to talk about your little stove?
No, it's just a 16 quid thing I've got, because we talked about. Oh, you're bringing the steak along. I thought, we're going to cook the steak.
Well, while we're on the steak, it's nice of you to bring that up. How was dinner last night?
Dinner was fucking superb. Sorry for swearing, but that was delightful. That was absolutely delightful. You know,
good bit of sirloin, that wasn't it?
Sirloin with mushrooms and garlic and onions in a butter sauce.
Rosemary.
Oh,
don't forget the rosemary.
It's like,
seasoned like Salt Bay.
What's that? Rick Stein, you can come out now. You can make an appearance.
Yeah, the chefs. Thank you, chefs. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, that did cook up well actually in the pan. Yeah, we used this, didn't we?
Yeah.
And they had that going, and it cooked it beautifully in that. Just we never got to eat the asparagus, which, but you know, whatever. We had mushrooms, chestnut mushrooms. Gorgeous.
If I was a braver person, I'd try some of the mushrooms. Are plenty here, but I'm not brave enough.
No,
I need proper tuition to do it.
You've got to know what you're doing.
You have to.
You'll end up in hospital or worse. Yeah, you've got to be careful. I like the idea of wild camping. I like the idea of foraging. You know, finding nuts and there's leaves, there's stuff you can eat all over the place. But you've got to know.
You got to know, and I think you've got to try. At least try some of the things. I've tried nettle tea. I've tried birch tree and pine needle tea and all that sort of stuff.
How was that?
It's weird. It's weird. It's earthy. You're not thinking, oh, I can feel the hills of Ceylon. No, you're thinking no. Is
undertones of oak, or it probably is undertones of oak.
It's normally an earthy taste, but if you go to a lot of the whole food companies, you can get your dandelion root coffee. You if you're lucky, you can get some acorn coffee.
Acorn coffee?
Have you seen my acorn coffee video?
I haven't.
Oh, why am I here?
Well,
I do these things like. Okay.
When I get home and I've had a shower and cleansed myself, I shall treat myself to the acorn coffee.
Yeah.
Okay.
I made acorn coffee the other day, so.
Right. Well, there you go. No, I've never.
There's those things. I can lend you books about food for free and foraging, and it's just little stuff that you're not going to go full Bear Grylls and sort of say, yes, I'm going to eat the poop of a squirrel or something.
Do you know, I was watching, talking of poop in a squirrel, I was watching, my lad likes to watch Bear Grylls. It's this interactive program that Bear Grylls has done, and he was somewhere in the snowy hills trying to rescue a dog.
Yeah.
Okay. And it's like, well, we've got to get over this ravine, and I can do it with my rope, or we can slide down there on a shovel. What are we going to do? Choose now. Anyway, he was trying to eat, and he found a big pile of bear poo. And I mean, he picks it up, and he's picking nuts out of this bear poo. And he said, if it was really desperate, you've got to wash it really well.
Yeah.
You could eat the nuts, but of course you risk becoming ill because of the bacteria. And I'm like, really? Of course. You don't eat things that have come out of a rear end of anything. Although, civet coffee, you can just...
Yes.
Have you heard of...
Monkey poo.
They're cats.
Yeah.
Civet cats, they eat the coffee bean, poo out they eat the coffee fruit, poo out the seed, and then it's gathered, washed, obviously. Otherwise, it'd be disgusting, wouldn't it?
I don't know.
Turd coffee. And it's supposed to be, well, it's very expensive.
Yeah. Talk about foraging. So you can walk down the street, you can walk through the paths, and so much is available to eat. We just as a society just have gone like, nah, we're not doing that anymore. But yeah, unless we get a herd of civet cats.
Civet
you
cats,
know, we could set up a business.
I don't know where they originate from.
Or who thought of the idea.
Well, apparently it started out when they had like landowners and they had a labour force farm the coffee for these landowners, the rich, wealthy landowners back in the day. And the civet cats that were wild would eat the fruit, but because the people who harvested the coffee was so poorly paid and treated, they would pick the beans off the floor that had been pooed out. They would clean them and make a coffee for themselves. The landowners and the owners of the slaves basically cottoned onto this, and in their kind of interest of, well, what are they doing, tried the coffee and found that it was better than the coffee they were drinking.
God.
And
That took a brave person.
that's how it came about. It was purely because the slaves were trying it and making their own coffee, and the owners of the slaves didn't like it. But don't get me wrong, I'll stick to a bit of Blue Mountain or Kenko or something.
No
Or
doubt.
whatever this is. What treat have you rustled me up here?
Kenko.
This is Kenko.
Oh,
Okay,
yes.
only the best.
Oh, goodness me. You see that old tabby cat coffee?
As long as it's not something like Mellow Birds.
Oh. Oh. Right, so I'm going to go around, have a look at the tents in a second.
Yeah,
Start to pack up.
yeah. Well, I'll pack up.
You enjoyed yourself?
Oh, mate, it's been an absolute pleasure and a real good experience. And thanks for having me along.
Brilliant. No.
It's
Do
been
it again.
It's been wonderful, and yeah, I look forward to the next video
Yep.
and the next just going out publication.
It's a thing.
Oh, I'm all over it. I'm all over it. I can't wait.
Like a tramp on chips. Brilliant.
Thanks for having me, man.
Pleasure. Okay, final few thoughts about the Dutch Army tent. It's cheap, it's durable, it's spacious, it's dependable, you know. Not it is what it is, and I like it. It is what it is. So if you've got the spare cash and the spare space, go and get one. Be mindful of what you're doing, what you want it for, really. So I've got this in my DPN outfit. It looks very good in the forests. You know, on the open moors or so, maybe not so much. You know, but it's good. It's good. It's good, cheap, and available. So, all I'll say to you folks is thanks for coming out with me today on Just Going Out for a Bit. Thanks for Duncan.
Thank you.
Yep, and hope to see you again sometime. Take care of yourselves, folks. Bye now.